What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. I want to show you guys a 43 handgun kill game I had on Soysons. I think I went like 61-0 overall, but because we have that special holiday mission going on for us this weekend where we got to get 200 handgun kills, I was just primarily focused on my revolver kills on this round. So I still think that going for handgun kills on those private servers that have only handguns on those servers is probably the better way to go. I've seen people who are averaging like 20 kills a game of just using their handguns on those servers, so that still might be a better option to take. But this gave me an excuse to go back to using the Trench Raider kit, which is by far my favorite kit in the game. So it was definitely appealing for me to go back and try this out, and hopefully maybe people who might want to go this route can pick up and maybe glean from some things I was doing in this game. So yeah, again, I had 43 handgun kills. I had that one really quick one at the very beginning where that scout class, the moment I went in the brush, I knew he was going to charge me, because that's normally what scout class or medic classes will want to do with their bayonet charge, and they will charge at you, especially if you're in an obscure area where they can't shoot at you. They'll normally want to go do that. So I was getting prepared for that and kind of moved off to the side. Now I'm kind of in a weird spot here in C, and I feel like they're a little bit above me, so I'm kind of trying to get a good angle. And they do a lot of bayonet charges on me that I think I got away with a little bit more than I probably should have. And as you see me progress more in the game, I started doing things to try to avoid that and kind of bring down the risk as much as I can, because you can just really set yourself up a lot of times where players with bayonets will easily bayonet charge you just because of where you position yourself. And you can really avoid a lot of that by where you position yourself on the map to avoid that charge that they make at you. So pushing down over here to B now, and I'm gonna want to push probably to A over here by A, as I see there's not really any tanks or anything that I really have to deal with, which Soysons is a pretty heavily tank gameplay map, with you can have like 3 enemy tanks as a max for the enemy players if they're controlling A or E. So they have A over here, which gives them their 3rd tank. So I'm gonna try to come over here and control that. Now there's a guy already up here that was shooting me with a machine gun, and I'm gonna come over to the side. He doesn't really do anything. I was going pretty aggressive in the very beginning, but like I said, we're gonna tone it down because there's a lot of options where they could have bayonet charged me. That's another medic class. If I was in this situation, I would have been waiting there when I'm going to come up the stairs, and then I would have charged at me, and there's nowhere for me to go, right? So I'm just a sitting duck to get speared. So he unfortunately didn't make that call, which allowed me to just kind of easily come up there and put 2 quick shots on them. So with the revolver here, though, you can put 2 quick shots on them if you're really close range, and you'll get a kill off of it. To see right there, 2 quick shots. Now that was another situation there, which was really sketchy. I just ran down right at him, and he's already at his sprint speed, so all he has to do was just hold his analog stick button down, and he's going to go into his bayonet charge or whatever he triggers his bayonet charge by. And so yeah, that was definitely another sketchy situation where I probably should have like waited and put myself maybe on top of the bridge, just kind of wait for him to go by and then shot him in the back, whatever area that it can obscure that bayonet charge. Because yeah, those are one of this for the way I play, they seem always to get me in bad situations. So be careful as well too, where if you're trying to reload and you drop your medic pack, that you can sometimes cancel out your reload. So as you saw there, I was trying to reload, and then I dropped my medic crate, and then it canceled out my reload, so I only had 3 bullets, so I had to reload again. So you always kind of want to be careful about that. It's kind of a habit of mine. I'm always like reloading and dropping my medic crate at the exact same time, and so sometimes it'll cancel out my reload for my revolver. But I was in pretty good shape there, nothing really crazy, and I have a good support class that came out of nowhere right there that was able to drop me some ammo, which was well needed because I was running out of it a lot quicker than normally. And lately I've been using, when I was going back to using some Trench Raider class, I was using a lot of the club, but I was really leaning heavily on using my revolver this round. So I was definitely going to need as much of the support class I could get, so that was definitely pretty helpful. Now I'm going to push out over here, and I know they're trying to come up from the top, so there's a couple situations where I just gave up and I just quickly swung at them because I thought it was better for me just to quickly kill the enemy player than to kind of be dealing longer than I have to kill someone. You're going to see some instances later on in the game where it takes me a little bit longer to kill someone. I get myself in some pretty sketchy situations. So if you're in an option you feel comfortable with, it's better off if you just melee the enemy player and just quickly kill him just so you can move on to the next guy who might be in a better situation for you to easily shoot at him. So like, don't try to like extend yourself more than your comfort zone. Kind of play in that area where you feel comfortable. If you can kill him with your pistol, do it. And if there's a situation where you don't feel comfortable with it, you know, move out of the situation or melee him really quick. But don't try to sit around there, keep shooting at him, because you're gonna find situations where that will kind of turn poorly for you. So, but now I'm gonna push down over here to E. I'm just trying to again avoid. My big thing always on Soysons is always try to avoid the tanks, because they're just not going to win those battles. It's unfortunate for the trench raider class. It's a big weakness is the tanks. So I mean, your best option. There's a lot of like you know, like artillery weapons on the map where you can fire out, you know, certain cannons and that can do damage on tanks. You'll see me pick those up a couple times, but they're not you know, always. There's not always going to be like foolproof where you're always going to be able to, you know, take out an enemy tank doing that. And you're going to see something kind of interesting here. I know where they're going to spawn at, where they're coming out from over here by E, since they're going to spawn over here to my right. So this is what I kind of always do. And yeah, but unfortunately I was going to try to get into it again, but the reload time takes forever, and they're all going to spawn on me right now. So that's, yeah, I knew that was going to happen, and I was like, nope. I tried to shoot him once, saw the other two guys jump up right next to him. I was like, I'm going to get out of there. But yeah, you can use that weapon a lot that I'll use to try to take out tanks, but they're only positioned in so many places on the map that it's just, in my opinion, better to just run away and go tap in their territory and kind of let your teammates handle it. And just because how the map is, the way the flow of the map is as well too, that you have you have the hill up there by D, and it takes tanks forever to climb up there. So there's a lot of advantages that you can use with the trench raider speed that can kind of have you get to, you know, the bases quicker to cap, while the tanks are kind of taking forever getting across the map because how the map's kind of layout is. So yeah, that's kind of the reason why I kind of still favor the trench raider class on this map, using it over the tanks on this map. But it does favor it really well when you're trying to get, obviously, handgun kills. So, but that turned out somewhat decent right there. Unfortunately, my teammate did die, but he did a pretty good job there. He actually held him off pretty well. It's pretty conservative too, so I probably should have put him a little bit more of a bullet sponge for him on that last part there. But yeah, he was holding it down pretty well. And after that, usually what ends up happening, you'll either get, when I know when playing against enemy players, they either, there's a situation right here though, you could have banned that charge me there. So, but there's a lot of situations with enemy players where they'll either become more aggressive or they will give up. There's just like there's like really no middle ground. It seems like in this situation here, you see them basically give. They could have respawned on there, but they just gave up. They didn't even bother, even though they're still, some of them are still trying to get on there. But it wasn't as frequent as what they were doing there earlier. So yeah, they eventually kind of give up on that area, and that's what kind of ends up happening. So we were able to cap that. I did put myself in a bad situation with that shotgun class. It's again because I was really gonna want to get greedy with it, and like I was saying earlier, that I began to really kind of position myself better as the gameplay goes on, because I was realizing I was getting away with a little bit too much there, especially that one right there. That one for sure should have gotten me, but I was just close enough to him where his bayonet charge wasn't activated, so when he ran past me, it didn't affect me at all. So, but I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna totally miss this guy over here to my right. This guy right there to my right totally missed him. That was a scout class, and the scout classes and the meta classes weren't really in tune to how to take me out, so he missed a great opportunity to spear me in the back, and then I run right into that. And look at, to this day, I'm still amazed by the Chaman's turn radius. Man, I tell you what, I mean, I'm behind rock there, and he's still able to turn this thing well enough to hit me right in the back, just enough. It's just crazy. Chaman's turn radius is so good. One thing I haven't really got onto, but man, I tell you what, when I deal against the Chaman, man, turn radius is crazy. But yeah, I almost ran right into that light tank, and I just quickly moved away, and right when I felt like he was going to be at a good position to put a good shot on me, I dropped down instantly. And sometimes I'll do that. You see me do that a lot in my gameplay, where I feel like someone has a good shot on me, I will drop down. Even though I can't see them, I know they have a good angle on me, and so I'll just instantly just drop down really quick to hopefully avoid that one shot. And then by the time they're reloading, I can get up and move into a better position. So that's why you see me drop down like in these wild situations. It's because of that. So there's their situation right there. Good assault class. The assault class and light machine gun classes were doing well this game. I played well against them. That's why I think I survived longer. That assault class was just laying down with his AT rocket. He was waiting for me, And the moment I would have ran down that little path right there, I would have gotten myself blown up by the AT rocket gun. So yeah, always be careful about that with assault classes. That's always a good option. It's always kind of, because you're always thinking bayonet charges, and then some assault class lays down with an AT rocket gun and blasts you. So yeah, always be aware of that. So yeah, I'm gonna try over here, try to finish this guy off. I wasn't able to finish him off. I know they're all coming behind me, and then I get myself stuck here. I don't play enough right in this little corner right there to realize that jumping up there is a little rough, but yeah, I just got myself in a situation. I didn't feel like that was a good play, especially we have C, D, and E, and they're over there just with B, so you know there's Zerg and all the whole swarm of enemy players are spawning right there. So I wanted to try to avoid that, and then I quickly wanted to kill that other assault class really quick, and then run over here. And I knew I was in a good spot there, so I started shooting at that guy and was able to pick him off. Now, always remember that when you're shooting your gun, your treachery class is grunting, even though you can't hear him on your screen. He's grunting on the enemy player's screen, so they all know where you're at. Every time I'm shooting these shots, everyone knows where I'm at right now. So always, you know, keep that in the back of your mind, that even though you might feel like, oh, I'm in a good spot right here, you're not in a good spot for too long after you start shooting, and everyone hears you grunting. So yeah, be aware of that. And I'm over here trying to cap B, and I know their spawn's right up there, and I knew it was right in front of me, but they were spawning right up in that building there. So I quickly got out, knew my teammates were gonna handle B. And I wanna push over there up to where the building's at, but now I'm running into a lot more of them that are spawning here, and then the tank comes out of nowhere, so I want to get out of there quickly. I mean, still even taking shots from the player who's still up top in that building right there, or maybe he was behind me. I don't know. I think that might have been him, but there's more shots coming there, so we're just getting overwhelmed right here. This is what ends up happening, right? We had C and D and E, and I'm over here capping B, and then they're all trying to swarm, trying to stop us from getting B. And you just get overwhelmed. And even though I could probably take that scout class out, I didn't even bother, because I know they're all wanting to come after me right now. So I can actually hear them coming after me. Try to throw smoke down. Try to put myself in a position where they can't see me, where they're going to slow down, not bayonet charge me. And like I said, the scout classes and the medic classes weren't really doing a good job this game. They're, you know, I don't know, the scout class, you're not going to run around with a pistol and pistol me. And that was happening a lot, like, too, with people, especially with the whole challenge that we're having going on, where people just wanted to take their pistol out and think they were going to pistol the trench raider class. That was just not going to happen. That was made me feel aggressive here to make this turn and be able to do that. So like I said, it was like half of them weren't doing good, but the other half were doing well. The light machine classes did a very good job, and so did the assault classes. I just wasn't giving them any breaks. If I was giving them breaks like I was giving the scout classes and medic classes, they would have taken me out for sure. So it kind of worked out just enough for me, which is what I always kind of think when you play these games, man. You need some breaks if you're going to go on these streaks, especially when I'm doing here, where I'm playing a little bit more handgun, you know, gameplay, which, because I'm doing with a handgun, the time to kill is a little bit slower. Even though I can traverse some distance that I couldn't make up with just killing someone with my trench raider club, but it, to me, doesn't make up the fact how quick you can kill someone by just swinging at them really quick. So still something I would prefer using if you use a trench raider club. That you still want to use your, you know, you want to run up to people and try to, you know, kill them as quick as you can, but, you know, at the same time realizing that sometimes you can't just sprint right up to them, because you're gonna have to, you know, kill them with your, you know, your revolver, because they're either gonna be in a good position where, you know, if you run up to them too quick, they'll bayonet charge you, or maybe you just can't reach them quick enough. So, but it's something I still don't like to lean on to that much. But I'm gonna shoot the guy in the back, and yeah, I'm getting kind of flooded here a little bit. Yeah, they're still holding on B. I mean, they were able to recap B. I had to reset myself, and then I see the trip wires, and it's like there's nothing you can do here. So I was like, it's just heartbreaking, right? Just watch my friendlies just die terribly, or just get their limbs blown off or something like that. And then I heard another bayonet charge. I don't know where that was coming from. You probably heard me when I threw the grenade. You know, throw grenades too, that you can hear grunting sound. So like I said, it gives me away a lot of any type of thing I'm doing here gives me away. So yeah, I just kind of reset myself over here, and yeah, they're coming over here by C. And so yeah, because they were spawning so much in between B there. Some of them just were like, let's not even go to B, let's just go right to C, and this is where they're all at. And so I put a couple shots on them right there. And you know, this light machine guns can't do much. So he took his crossbow. I thought he would throw a grenade down, which is not too bad of an idea if I'm weak. But I was so fresh right there that if all three of them would have shot at me with their light machine gun, I would have been destroyed. Like, you see, those things will melt you fast. It's the light machine gun weapons, or the other weapons are sufficient enough to take you out. As well with the Hellrigo has enough has enough magazine power to do it. It's just the amount of bullets. So that's the problem with like medic classes and scout classes. They don't have enough bullets to do enough damage onto you. Like you need heavy fire being shot at you, and it's just that, you know, those classes don't do enough. And if those light machine gun classes would have unloaded completely on me, I would have been melted in like a few seconds. So you actually see it. You see it come up here a little bit. What they can do to you as man, that assault class knew right where I was at. That was pretty keen on him on that part, but he was pretty weak, so he was not gonna be a problem at all. And then with some solid shots in there, see the range on that too. It's like, what was that, like four shots I think, or something like that. You know, still the range on that was pretty far away, but yeah, now I'm gonna come over here because we're almost about to cap them completely, and so I'm slowly trying to work my way up towards the A. And I'm getting shot from the side there. For a minute there, I was like, man, I'm getting shot from a tank. And then when I saw all those grenades fall down, I was like, okay, that's a pilot. He actually finds me again coming up here in a bit, which was pretty crazy how he spotted me. I don't know how he spotted me, or it probably wasn't. He probably didn't spot me. He probably knows. He's probably a smart pilot as well too. He knew where people were going to be running at, because he dropped some bombs on me here in a little bit. That's like spot on. So props to him on that. But yeah, we over here we have A. And now I'm kind of going to push over here down towards the D. I'm still trying to keep in mind, this is where I think the pilot drops it, right about here. Yeah, he's right on it. So he probably just knows that people are going to be running down that path. He probably wasn't hunting me, but still a good spot. It's like those pilots, like watching people who play cavalry class, seeing how people know there's different paths that people take and where to go. You know, that's you can see, I'm kind of like see how the pilots do the exact same thing too. Now this situation right here with the light machine gun, again, they were a good spot. They just wasn't enough. And even though there's a good spot where I hit right, sometimes people will run right by you. You always want to be careful where you're dropping your medic crate. I kind of dropped it a little bit too obvious, so they might have kind of picked up that I was kind of around that area. So you always kind of want to be careful when you do that. But yeah, for the most part, sometimes it's better for you not to run completely far away, and sometimes to run just like right around the corner and make it appear like you ran really far away, you know, because you've lost their line of sight. And you know, sometimes they'll keep chasing you and thinking that you're, you know, still running when really you're just around this corner right here hiding. Like you're gonna see me do it right now. I'm getting shot in the back. Instead of running more, I'm just gonna drop smoke. I'm gonna stay right here. And even though I think my teammates are gonna finish that guy off, I still would feel more comfortable doing that than me trying to sprint far away, right? Because you just make yourself an easy target. You're out in the open. People are gonna shoot at you, blast at you. He's gonna put you on spot. So all this kind of chaos happens. So, but yeah, I'm trying to keep aware of where that tank is at, because I know they have their behemoth out, and I don't want to deal with that thing, because you know that thing could like breathe on you, and you're gonna die. So I want to avoid that. Again, the scout classes, med classes, we're not cutting this game. Like that guy was completely unaware. He was, again, not gonna challenge me really at all. So I didn't really have a problem with that situation there. And I even had that scout class a little bit earlier. That I had or no, medic class I had shot like a little bit of situation like about 2 minutes ago. I shot earlier where he was another situation where he probably could have done some damage on me, but he didn't really do anything at all. So yeah, so just again, the people that could have had the best opportunity to bayonet charge me weren't doing it. And that's just like, again, you need a little bit of breaks, so it does help to get some breaks here. And so it's like, you know, as much as I want to help people out and be like, hey, look, I got 43 handgun kills. You know, part of it is you getting some breaks here as well. So, but it is plausible. I had another game too. I think I had like an 80-some kill game or something, or like a 79 kill game. I died a couple times with it, but I had the transfer kit, and I think I probably had maybe up to another 40-some kill game with the handgun. So, you know, it is an option if you want to go do it. If you feel like you'd have more fun doing this than playing in the, you know, handgun servers. But you know, handgun servers, you'll consistently be able to get those kills. So that still might be a better option to go with. So. But I'm pushing out over here, and I was like, nope. Right when I saw the beam, nope. I think I'll better my chances over here with the whole zerg of enemy players. And there's even some tanks over here. You know, that's why I was getting blasted with. I felt some, you know, tank, you know, cannon being shot at me. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do this. I just straight go right past the tank, and I'm like, if I can just make it through, I'm gonna push through them, because I know the whole wave of the enemy is going over there to C. I'm like, I'm just gonna go straight over here to A and start capping, going up behind them, right? But then again, I'm gonna run right over here to another tank, right around the turn right there. Like, oh, that's not good. I'm not sure if he saw me or not. But I think he starts to land some fire down onto my teammate who squad spawns on me here. So I wasn't really sure what he was doing there. But yeah, I was like, okay, now I want to quick go over here. And I wanted to go right over to A, make him, if he's going to challenge me, I wanted him to force me to come all the way over here to me. Because I was going to go onto the turret over here. But then the worst, man. I mean, if tanks are bad, I mean, cavalry classes seem like almost could be worse because they could be more agile than some of the tanks. Even the Shaman is a pretty agile tank. I mean, these things are terrible. See all those shots I put on that cavalry class? I got like 10 damage on them. You can't do nothing to them. I mean, that is like the worst case scenario you could dealing with a cavalry class when you're in a trench raid class. So, unfortunately, I missed them with the turret, and then I blasted them once there, and then I missed them again. Yeah, I think I missed them here. And then after having that experience earlier when I was using the turret over there by E, and I got swarmed by enemy players, I was like, I don't want to risk it. So I was like, let me just get on the territory because I'm not even on the territory here. And the nice part about the turret over there by E is at least you're on the territory. So, but yeah, I'm going to stay over here. And then I'm going to probably not make the same mistake if they come under the bridge here again. I'm probably just going to chill right here because I don't want to get bayonet charged. And again, I feel like I got away with a couple of situations that I don't think I should have gotten away with. But and then they were giving me some breaks here with the tanks. So their tank gameplay wasn't as solid as like the pilot gameplay, which pilot challenged me like twice. He didn't even bother, so that would have been pretty devastating if he would have rolled up here. But yeah, here's a charge right here though. This is just always so dangerous. I can hear it coming. I'm like, no, I didn't know where he came. He went wide too. He went wide. So I thought he was more. To my left, but he was probably more into the building, or I don't really know where he was at actually, to be honest with you. But because he went straight for me, but I went right into the building. And he had to make a turn, and the turn radius on the bayonet charge isn't that strong. So, especially I think they nerfed it too a while ago. So, so yeah, that favored me. I had nowhere to go. He saw me just hopping there, like it was a terrible spot. And after that one, I was like, nah, I've had enough of that. So I started really trying to make sure. You see me. The reason why I'm on the bridge's edge, right? There's no way he's gonna charge me on that area unless he gets onto the actual edge of the bridge and then perfectly goes straight onto the bridge and starts bayonet charging me, which is not going to happen. So, so yeah, I'm like really trying to position myself in every way. And then this light machine gun class right here, like that was so solid. Like, I don't want to deal with the cavalry class. I like stood here to see what his name was, like Philly, like 420 or something like that. I'm not sure if I read that right, but yeah, I wanted to see his name closer to give him a shout out on that. That was a solid play there because I did not want to deal with a cavalry class right there, but yeah, I'm able to stop that assault class with bayonet charge me there, which was what I was expecting him to do, as he was just coming right after me. And now I'm going to just come over here, push over here to B, and I get myself in a couple of little more sketchy situations here. As much as the game's winding down, the teammates did a good job keeping everything under control. As I'm gonna try to finish off this medic class right now. I'm getting shot from behind, and I'm gonna stay put right here. This is again why you don't want to stay put sometimes when you're healing yourself, is for this reason, because everyone knows where you're at, and so they start chucking things at you. So you really do want to drop your medic crate and heal over time, but there's some circumstances where you got to be kind of careful about doing that. But this is normally the kind of thing I like doing. I'll lay my medic crate, and over time I'll heal myself, but it's kind of can be sketchy. And here's a situation here why if it takes too long to kill someone, why it's the worst thing in the world, as you see right there. So I have nowhere to go. So this is a situation here where you can't like really go anywhere, and you can't heal yourself over time, because you can see every time I kept moving, they kept getting another shot on me, and the more I exposed myself, I was down to 1 health. So this is a situation you kind of got to hold put. You got to hope the best. That's why you want to kind of conserve your smoke grenades, as I did right there. I was able to conserve my smoke grenade, throw it down. They even pushed me there. They kind of lost sight of me, or my teammates killed him, or something happened. I don't really know, but yeah, that was a breakthrough. Like I said, light machine classes did a very good job this game. I just got just enough around, and if I would have made the exact same plays I was doing against them to the medic class, they would have taken me out. So that kind of again worked out really nice for me. But yeah, again, just gotta be careful about that. About rolling around there with just staying put with your medic crate. Kind of want to heal over time, dropping your medic crate, moving, drop your medic crate, moving. But there are circumstances where you got to stay put. But that's it for you guys today. Hopefully that helped you guys out. Again, you know, got to get 200 of the handgun kills. I think it's going to end tomorrow. So tomorrow will be your last day. So, but it should be doable. And hopefully you guys are able to accomplish this mission. I appreciate you guys being here. I am Livin', and I will catch you guys again later. Peace.